Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the April 2011 newscast of Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya USA. Every episode we bring you the latest news about these Muslims for peace. We're going to briefly look at some stories from across the United States, but you can always find more information at mkausa.org. Let's get the show started. Here's a message from our president, Rizwan Aladeen Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear fellow Khuddam al-Atfal, I have some very exciting news to give you for this month. But before I do so, I wanted to reflect on some passages I read from the sermons of Hazrat Musa Maud, the second Khalifa, Raziyallahu anhu. In the sermon that I'm referring to, he mentioned how in order for us to truly earn the respect of our peers, and in order for us to be truly successful, we're going to have to do a lot of hard work. In thinking about that, it reminded me of our ABCD. All for Allah, B for brotherhood, C for communication, and D for dedication. That's that hard work. But in the end, when we talk about earning the respect of our peers, and we talk about being truly successful, that to me is the true definition of excellence. E for excellence. So for that, I'd like to request your permission to let's add another letter to our core, A, B, C, D, E. And inshallah with that, we will be truly successful and live out the true vision of Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya as envisioned by Hazrat Musa Maud, Raziyallahu anhu. Now to those updates. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, today we intend to sign the contract for our national ijtima in Cheswick, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. Inshallah, we'll be holding our ijtima on July 15, 16, and 17 of this year. Secondly, when we talk about excellence, no one better epitomizes that excellence than the martyrs of last year's vicious attack in Lahore. And in doing so, I want to remind you all of our blood drive for the month of May. Please support your local majlis in helping us to achieve 1,000 blood bags for the month of May in remembrance of what happened a year ago. Inshallah, until next month, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
In Austin, Khuddam handed out Musulmanos por la Paz flyers and other literature at the entrance of the Austin Flea Market, which has many shops catering to Spanish-speaking people. They rented a table and served the message of peace, along with free lemonade, which was just as refreshing. The message of peace was music to people's ears at the South by Southwest Festival. Khuddam were at it again, distributing flyers in downtown Austin. And here's MKA North Jersey, passing out Muslims for Peace flyers to people passing by in Hoboken, New Jersey. For over 4 years, members in Seattle have been serving their community by volunteering at a monthly food lifeline. This past month, they provided over 3,700 meals. Members across the country are saving lives. Here are some scenes from blood drives held by MKA Chicago West and MKA York. In the United States, somebody is in need of blood every 2 seconds. For the millions of people who receive blood transfusions every year, your donation can make the difference between life and death. Remember, every bag of blood collected can save up to 3 lives.
Members of Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, Seattle, organized a Muslims for Loyalty conference. It was held in Seattle Town Hall and was attended by 194 people. The keynote address was delivered by the National Vice President, Mr. Naseem Mahdi.
We have been condemning terrorism ever since our community was formed over 120 years ago. And I condemn it even today, and we will continue to do that without fear of anybody, because this is the truth, and the truth will prevail even if we have to give our lives as a sacrifice for this good cause. For this good cause. May God bless you. May God bless United States of America.
thought it was very informative, and I learned a lot. I thought it was very educational to me. And, I think that he was right on when he says there's a lot of people who kind of want to paint a broad brush of all Muslims, are terrorists. And I think his approach is right on, that we need to break that down.
We have a large Somali population in our city, a large business community of Muslims, and so it's critical that we understand the Muslim religion and that there are very positive aspects that we need to work with.
The city of Seattle issued a proclamation declaring March 6 to be the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community Day.
A violent jihad has no place in today's world.
National spokesman Haris Safar addresses members of the Rotary International on Wall Street about the Ahmadiyya Muslim community's nationwide Muslims for Peace initiative, and also on the proposed Park 51 Islamic Center in Lower Manhattan. He also offered the Islamic perspective at a Portland interfaith event called The Power of Peace, where he spoke about jihad of the pen and the need for interreligious respect and love. And now it's time for the Ta'aleem question of the month. The winner for March's question is Abdul Nasir from St. Paul, who correctly submitted the answer, the year 1938. Here is this month's question. Every month, MKA USA recognizes an exceptional Khadim and Tifl. This month's shining star is Junaid Malik in Dallas. A very motivated Khadim, he has served the Jamaat in many ways, locally and nationally. This month's rising star is 14-year-old Ahmad Qadir Malik of LA East. With a mindset for success, Ahmad has won many awards in both Atfal competitions and in school. See their full profiles on mkausa.org.
It says flat out that the Prophet Muhammad says raping a captive married woman is permissible. What's that?
No, that's not a valid hadith. I mean, as you know, there are so many hadith that have been used and misused or even made up, and that's why there are books of authenticity. Now, what the Prophet did say is the fair treatment of women. And when it comes to the allegation of a woman who is raped, that she needs 4 witnesses to prove that she's been raped, that's actually the complete opposite of what the Quran says. Chapter 24, verse 5 clearly says that if a man, if somebody accuses a chaste woman of having extramarital affairs and cannot bring forth 4 witnesses to prove that accuser must be punished for slander.
Every year, the Mist brings together teams from around the globe to compete in basketball and soccer. Look for our coverage of this year's event in our next episode. For more information on these and other events, go to mkausa.org. Remember to send us pictures of your events, whether it's peace conferences, blood drives, local and regional ijtimas. Email newscast@mkausa.org. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.